right now.
Right now, we're learning more about the fire in Hays County. We have the latest update, how many acres it spread to.
The floating border buoys on the Rio Grande is now being decided by a federal court, and what Governor Greg Abbott is saying about it.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. Oof. Weather has not been our friend recently. Definitely triple digits yesterday. What does the rest of the weekend look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But for now, good morning. It is 6 o'clock this Sunday. It is August 6th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Good morning, and we'll check in with Sarah Spivey in just a moment. But for now, we're learning more about a fire in Hays County.
That's right. So that wildfire stretching 400 acres. And here's the thing, it's only about 20% contained. About a dozen homes on Oak Grove Road in San Marcos, they had to be evacuated.
That's right. It's become so strong that it crossed north over the Blanco River. Right now, there's no word on injuries. We also don't know yet what started that fire, but some people who live in the area are asking others to be careful when they're working in this heat, knowing many wildfires are caused by sparks.
I wish people would understand that this is dry tinder. It'll go up with nothing at all to do it. You just have to use common sense out here.
So several helicopters and planes seen scooping water out of Canyon Lake, trying to help keep the fire under control. If you want to keep an eye on the status of the fire, we have an article on our website, KSAT.com. Sarah Spivey also been monitoring the fire. So Sarah, what do you know over there in the weather lab?
Yeah, thanks, Max. So fire danger remains high throughout south central Texas. Here's a look at where that fire is on the map in Hays County, just south of the Blanco River. It's called the Oak Grove Fire. 400 acres have burned, and it is 20% contained at the moment. You can zoom in here. Here's the Blanco River, and you can see that it has crossed the Blanco River in some places. This is between Wimberley, Kyle, and San Marcos. And again, we'll be monitoring that carefully. Now, if you're concerned about smoke from the fire, here's the thing. Winds today are going to be from the south, so any smoke that develops around that fire is going to head to the north through Hays County, into Travis County, and into Burnett County as well. So away from the city of San Antonio, away from New Braunfels, Seguin, Canyon Lake, and all those areas as well. Unless we get a significant change in the wind from the southeast, it could head out to Blanco and nearer to Gillespie County as well. Otherwise, it is important to know that fire danger is very high today, especially for these counties in pink. Red flag warning in effect through today. Elsewhere around south central Texas, fire danger remains high, and we'll talk about that coming up in just a bit. But for now, I want to get you through your forecast for the day. It's in the 70s right now. It'll be in the mid 80s by 10, noon 94 and 104 for the high temperature today. Our third day in a row where temperatures have been at or above 104, and it is not going to stop from here. We're just getting started with the heat. I'll have a look at a very hot week and a look at fire danger elsewhere around south central Texas coming up in just a bit. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. And your morning headlines, the decision on the floating border buoys in the Rio Grande now in the hands of a federal court. So their hearing is actually going to officially take place on August 22nd. The Department of Justice asking for a preliminary injunction once those barriers were removed immediately. And the DOJ is saying Texas installed the buoys without permission. Governor Greg Abbott says the buoys are just a part of our state's efforts to curb illegal migration from the southern border.
Well, Bexar County deputies are still searching for answers after a young man was found dead in a mobile home neighborhood. So that body was found at around 7:30 yesterday morning in Woodlake Trails neighborhood on the northeast side of town. Sheriff Javier Salazar says they believe the man is somewhere between 15 and 20 years old. Neighbors are telling investigators they heard a single gunshot late the night before.
I don't know that we would have gotten here in time to save this young man's life, but certainly we could have gotten here, hopefully gotten here in time to maybe make an arrest or see something.
Bexar County sheriffs are asking anyone that has information that could help them with this incident to call their office 210-335-6000.
Well, 7 spider monkeys found hidden inside a backpack, all in an attempt to smuggle the animals through the Texas-Mexico border. Border Patrol agents in Brownsville found these monkeys during an arrest. The Border Patrol's Rio Grande Valley sector posting these videos and these photos on their Facebook showing the monkeys huddled inside a bag that appeared to have holes in it, allowing the animals to breathe. These monkeys turned over to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Department. Authorities have not yet disclosed details about the animals' conditions.
One local school district is taking a new tactic to staff its classrooms, rehiring teachers who have already retired. So Northside ISD has 233 teacher vacancies going into the school year, but it has already hired 23 retired teachers on a one-year contract. The district is trying to make an offer that retirees can't refuse.
A retired individual who is eligible now to be rehired, they continue to receive their annuity, they receive their salary from Northside, they will also receive that retention payment of $1,200.
These teachers will also receive the district's recent 3% pay raise. Those eligible must have been retired for at least 1 year and meet all district qualifications. Northside schools return to class on August 28th.
Well, San Antonio Pets Alive happy to announce that after a difficult month, the city of San Antonio installing a brand new AC unit at the rescue center. They posted the photo on their Instagram, saying in the caption that despite the challenges, they were still able to save more than 350 cats and dogs this past month.
And as San Antonio Pets Alive moves forward, they are asking for donations on items they're running low on. They're asking for puppy pads, bleach, laundry detergent, pig ears, paper towels, Kong toys, and wired kennels. You're able to drop these items off at their medical care and adoption center that's located on Marbach Road between noon and 6 p.m.
And Bulverde Humane Society asking for help as well. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. today at Specs Texas Restaurant, there's going to be fun events for dogs and dog lovers, vendors, splash pads, raffles, and other activities going on, all in an effort to raise money and raise items for Bulverde Humane Society. Now, Carbach Brewery, they are teaming up with Specs, giving away a free pint for every donation.
We asked you to help some local teachers get ready for the new year, and now we can talk about the results of our KSAT Community Right Start project.
That's right, almost $40,000 worth of school supplies collected for our local teachers. So hundreds of volunteers met at Masters Elementary School in Converse, started working on supply kits that would be given to teachers from around our area. We got Somerset all the way to Judson ISD, helping them get ready for the start of the new school year.
So thanks to United Way of San Antonio, Bexar County, and the KSAT community, we were able to gather school supplies for teachers who needed them most.
We're super grateful that we had over 100 volunteers this morning. They value the work that we're doing to help students be successful, to help teachers be successful, and they want to be able to lend a hand.
United Way of San Antonio says more than 31 different schools in Somerset and Judson being helped with these supplies. It is now in its 6th year, and they hope the Right Start project can continue on for many more years. Time now just about 6:08, 79 degrees.
And speaking of going back to school, if you're getting ready for college dorm move-in, we'll look at the big items you don't want to forget to pack.
Alrighty, and today is going to be our 41st 100-degree day in San Antonio. Coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk about high fire danger and a record-challenging week ahead with temperatures challenging records every single day. I'll have the forecast after the break.
79 degrees at 6:08. It's going to be very, very hot next couple of days with a heat advisory in place. Sarah Spivey will have her forecast when we come back.
Good morning and welcome back. All right, so the father-in-law was in town yesterday. Did you make it out and about?
Yeah, they put in an AC unit.
Nice.
Oh, wow, good.
But they did it early in the morning,
Yeah.
so it wasn't super hot while they were doing it. And then I think we stayed indoors the rest of the day.
Smart.
Honestly,
Enjoyed that AC.
Yep, it was really hard to be outside yesterday. I was outside for maybe like 10 minutes in the parking lot of HEB, and like it was just brutal. Yeah. And you know, on top of the heat, the fire danger, and it really is serious. The fire danger is serious across Texas. High to extreme fire danger all around South Central Texas and up into the Dallas-Fort Worth area as well. As we zoom into the KSAT 12 viewing area, you can see very high fire danger out toward Del Rio, up in Rock Springs, and then especially across the hill country and even out toward Gonzales and Hallisville. That's where we've got high fire danger. You can see areas like Bernie, Bulverde, Canyon Lake, San Marcos, Kerrville all need to be on high alert for fire danger today. Everybody should, but especially the areas up in the hill country with a little bit more brush. There have been a few fires over the last few days that firefighters have had to battle, and this is one of them right now that is still ongoing. The Oak Grove fire. If you're out in Canyon Lake, you saw the plume yesterday. You even saw some planes picking up water from Canyon Lake to help control this fire. You can see 400 acres have burned. It's 20% contained. It's in Hays County, so between San Marcos, Kyle, and Wimberley, and even the fire itself has crossed over Blanco River here. So we've got the latest on evacuations on KSAT.com right now. If you're worried about smoke from the fire, honestly, around the KSAT 12 viewing area, since our winds are from the south, any smoke that redevelops today will head north through Hays County into Travis County and into Burnett County. So we do not anticipate any smoke to be in our air around the San Antonio area or even across the hill country. Even in Canyon Lake, the smoke is going to be blown away from Canyon Lake itself. So there's that to consider. Of course, we hope that firefighters can get that fire to 100% containment. But just a reminder, we need to do our part to make sure to prevent fires from starting and spreading. No campfires or burn piles today. Avoid using tools that create sparks. I know a lot of people like to get some yard work done over the weekend. Try to avoid chainsaws. They can create sparks. Dispose of cigarettes properly. Very important there. Do not drag trailer chains, as those can create sparks, and do not park your vehicles on grass. Otherwise, it is just going to be dreadfully hot out there today. 104 in San Antonio, 105 in Uvalde, 108 in Del Rio, 108 in Cotulla, 103 in Kerrville, and 104 in Canyon Lake. Our average high this time of year is 97, and we're going to be much hotter than that. 105 in Castroville, 105 in Seguin, New Braunfels, 105 in Floresville and Pleasanton, 105 in Uvalde. This is the time of the day that you can get outside in the summer. It's 79 degrees out there, not too bad, just very humid at the moment. It's 78 in Converse, 73 Rio Medina, 75 in Bandera, 81 in Gonzales, and 78 in Divine. Here's a look at that KSAT 12-hour forecast. Mostly sunny to completely sunny skies. 85 at 10, 91 at noon. We're already going to be at 100 by 2 p.m. and it'll be 104 this afternoon for the high, which, by the way, will be 1 degree shy of a record. Those folks in Oklahoma getting some decent rain, but that system is just too far north to impact us. That heat high staying steady, and that means in the forecast we're going to have triple-digit weather for the next several days. This is the hottest forecast I've put on there on the 7-day forecast in quite some time. Here's the thing, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to talk about ERCOT, the power grid, and what you need to know about supply and demand in just a few minutes there. Max and Sarah.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. Just about 6:16, 78 degrees.
All right, we have the latest on the Hollywood strike and if there's an end in sight for both of these sides.
Think about when we were growing up. We didn't have them and we loved it. You know, life was amazing. We were happy and we didn't miss them either.
If you're a fan of the HGTV show Hometown, hosts Ben and Aaron are creating a nonprofit to help parents with their kids on social media.
And for so many families, college move-in is right around the corner. We have some essentials that should be on your shopping list. Good morning and welcome back. So for so many families in and around our community, college move-in, it's just around the corner. So most college dorm rooms, they come with the basics, bed, desk, dresser. And if you have a roommate, like I would say like 98% of college kids, there's even less and less space.
Hopefully you have a good roommate experience. So as ABC's Morgan Norwood has some solution when it comes to finding extra storage space.
For many college-bound students, back-to-school shopping can be overwhelming. Add trying to fit it all into a tiny dorm room, well, that can be a challenge. But Anna Kocharian with Consumer Reports says there is a way to live large, even in a small space.
It's all about making the most of every square inch that is available to you. And that means just being smart about what you buy, where you put your items, and how you organize everything in your space.
First, come up with a game plan.
That way you can be organized, you're not overpacking, and you have a good sense of what you need to bring and what you need to buy. With that, you should always reach out to your roommate and make sure that you guys aren't doubling up on the items that you're bringing so you're not stuck with 2 of everything.
Closet space is limited, so be strategic when hanging clothing.
Leave the longer items to one side and the shorter items to the other side. And then that way, under the shorter items, you have extra space available for a freestanding storage unit.
Outside of the closet, your second best bet for storage, the bed.
This is where bed risers are going to come in handy. Those extra few inches are going to go such a long way. In elevating your bed, you're increasing the clearance, and that way you can add any sort of organizing system.
And remember,
if something feels like it's not exactly necessary, leave it off your list. There will be plenty of times during fall or winter break where you can always go back home and pick the item up if you really find that you are missing it in your life.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
All right, time now, 6:21, 78 degrees.
Hollywood on hold. We'll see if there's an end in sight for this strike between the Writers Guild of America and Hollywood writers. The standoff between the Writers Guild of America and the Alliance of Motion Picture and TV Producers will continue after no agreement was reached.
So they did have a meeting. It was seen as a potential sign of the end of this strike between the two sides. The Writers Guild, remember, they represent more than 11,000 writers. They've been on strike since May. This meeting happening a month after the Screen Actors Guild went on strike. Another holdout, but doesn't seem like it's going to be end to closing.
And HGTV stars of the show Hometown, Aaron and Ben, spoke with CNN about their nonprofit to help parents keep their elementary school kids off of social media.
80% of kids who are 10 years old have a smartphone. Finding other families who have this same plan and belief, and your kids can rely on each other, then they have social lives without social media.
Then think about when we were growing up. We didn't have them, and we loved them. You know, life was amazing. We were happy, and we didn't miss them either.
So through their organization, Osprey, parents can get resources and advice on different ways to enrich their kids' lives without the use of the smartphone and social media. On their Osprey website, they send out a newsletter every week with information on this movement.
So from no social media to the battles of social media. All right. What you're looking at right now, not pretty. It has been months in the making. Billionaires brawl. On one side of the cage, we have Elon Musk. The other, Mark Zuckerberg. Elon Musk announcing that his upcoming fight with Meta's Mark Zuckerberg will be live streamed on X. We all know X is now Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still can't get used to it.
Yeah, it's very strange. So the social media platform says they're going to be streaming this fight between Zuckerberg and Elon.
This is happening?
This is apparently happening. They said, because this all kind of started as a joke a few months ago.
Yeah.
But then they've both been posting pictures of them working out with MMA fighters.
Did you see the screenshot of Mark Zuckerberg's text to his wife?
Oh, no.
Or it's like, because she's like, Mark, why is there a cage in the backyard? He was like, isn't it great?
Fantastic.
She's like, I've worked months on that grass.
Yeah. Here's the good part, though. Regardless of the billionaires, whoever wins, all the proceeds from the fight go to charity.
Wait, so this is really happening?
Hopefully it happens because the charity is for military veterans.
Okay, we'll see. Interesting.
Yeah. Do you have picking a dog in the fight?
I don't know. Maybe I'm Team Zuckerberg.
Okay, Team Zuck.
Yeah.
I'll get you a t-shirt.
Okay.
All right, time now, 6:27, 78 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. It is 6:30 this morning. It is August 6th, and really, it's felt like August 6th in San Antonio for the last month and a half.
I know. So you were at the Pearl yesterday?
Went to the Pearl yesterday. We
you
just missed the Pearl.
To lunch?
Walked to lunch.
At noon?
Walked to lunch at noon.
Not
walked
your suit.
back. No jacket, but I did have the button down.
Brave.
Yeah.
Brave.
I mean, we walked mainly in the shaded areas. It was fun. We didn't eat outside, Sarah. But I'll tell you, I think the 7-minute walk, I did get some tan. I don't know.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can't.
But on a serious note, yes, it's very hot. And on top of that, fire danger is high today. Anywhere you see the orange colors, that's where fire danger is high or very high. Very high out west toward Del Rio and into Edwards County. Really across the hill country, that's where we have the highest fire risk because of all of the extra brush and everything up there in the hill country. That includes areas like Sisterdale, Bernie, Kerrville, Canyon Lake, Bulverde, San Marcos. Of course, there is a fire ongoing in Hays County that we'll have more details about coming up in just a bit, but that just highlights the fact that fire danger is high. Red flag warning for that I-35 corridor all the way through the hill country. A red flag warning just means fire danger is very high. You're going to need to exercise extreme caution to help prevent creating and spreading fires. Otherwise, it is just going to be very hot today. Here's a look at the high temperatures forecast. 105 Rio Medina, 104 San Antonio, 105 Seguin and New Braunfels, 105 in Poteet and Pleasanton, 105 in Floresville, and 105 in Sabinal. A hot day close to a record, and guess what? We're just getting started for the week ahead. I'll have more details about that fire in Hays County, where smoke could head to, and of course a look ahead to how the Texas power grid is going to handle this week's extreme heat in just a few minutes. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Hundreds of people in our community coming together honoring a New Braunfels pilot.
Devin Riley was remembered during a celebration of life at the commemorative Air Force Central Wing. Riley was one of the 2 people who died in a Wisconsin plane crash last weekend. Family and friends say her memory will never be forgotten.
She was an amazing, spirit, and her focus and her, she would work, she was always wanting to help other young pilots, other young folks.
Riley is said to be one of the first female pilots in the Central Texas wing of the commemorative Air Force. The National Transportation Safety Board and the Federal Aviation Administration are still investigating what happened.
Well, a federal judge demanding an explanation from Rudy Giuliani on why he hasn't forfeited a lawsuit over the 2020 election. And this comes after he admitted he had made false statements. The suit filed by 2 Georgia election workers, they accused Giuliani of smearing them in the aftermath of the 2020 election. Giuliani admitted that he made defamatory remarks, but he says his statements didn't cause any damage. Currently, Giuliani has just 2 days until Tuesday afternoon to either forfeit the lawsuit or concede that he is liable.
Well, 3 people are dead and others are injured from a mass shooting in Washington, D.C. So far, investigators say 2 men and a woman have died and 2 other victims have been hospitalized. Metropolitan Police say officers were around the area when those shots rang out. Parts of the neighborhood were closed off as police investigate this shooting.
And another shooting to tell you about, this one in Rochester, New York. It ends with 5 people shot, 1 dead, 4 others in critical condition. Police say this started around 1 a.m. There was a fight between a group of women. Now, officers responded to gunshots spanning across several streets in that area. We're told a 22-year-old man died at the hospital after police say he was shot in the head. One of the victims in the hospital, a 13-year-old girl. The Rochester mayor and the police chief there had to hold a press conference addressing the increase in violence. And during the initial investigation, which is still underway, investigators found a loaded handgun and an airsoft pistol in the area.
The CDC says 2 people in Michigan caught swine flu after visiting a fair. Each patient became sick with flu-like symptoms about 10 days after visiting 2 different fairs last month. Neither person had to be hospitalized, and there was no spread of the virus in either case.
All right, Simone Biles is back and seemingly better than ever. An impressive return to gymnastics last night after, remember, she took a 2-year hiatus. So Biles, a 7-time Olympic medalist, 2016 Olympic individual all-around champion. She placed first at the U.S. Classic held in Illinois. Now, it is the last opportunity to qualify for the 2023 U.S. Gymnastics Championships. That will take place later this month in California.
You go, girl.
All right, in other sports news, an Eastern Michigan football player showing what it means to be part of the team.
ABC's Whit Johnson gives us the play-by-play of his selfless act towards another teammate.
At training camp this week for Eastern Michigan University's football team, Coach Chris Creighton delivered life-changing news.
Zach Conti has had to pay his way to school for 4 years. And in the fall, the guy was selling his plasma to be able to pay the bills. Brian Dooley comes into my office and he said, Coach, that guy has earned it, and if there's a way to make this happen, I am willing to give up my scholarship and to give it to Zach Conti. Where are you, Dooley?
Offensive lineman Brian Dooley walking over to Zach Conti and handing him the papers, officially giving away his scholarship.
I've never done something like this before. Made me feel good, but it's not about me.
Zach Conti, a walk-on fellow lineman, spent the last 4 years paying his own way.
The team usually would see me coming back from work or whatever, or going to work, and they would know what's going on.
I felt bad for him. You know, putting that kind of work in on and off the field. I was told that he might accidentally step away just because what's going on, and I couldn't let that happen.
This special moment, an extraordinary act of kindness.
I just felt like unbelievable. Like I felt like my hard work's paid off. I was happy. I was so happy.
That was ABC's Whit Johnson reporting. So we talk about this a lot. Our communities in and around San Antonio, they're growing. Bernie is a city on the rise, and the Bernie-Kendall County Economic Development Corps, they tell us that the population of Bernie, it's expected to continue at such a rapid growth rate over the next several years. The projected growth rate of the area, more than 24%. But how do you grow while still feeling like the town you were 3 years ago? Well, bringing in businesses, expanding without ruining what makes that community so ideal. It's a tough balance to strike. There's a new leader at the helm, Bernie Mayor Frank Ritchie. He's joining us for Leading SA this weekend. You can check out our full conversation coming up right here, GMSA 8 a.m. Time now just about 6:38, 78 degrees.
Still ahead on GMSA Max, we're getting ready for the Pigskin Classic.
I am so excited. We got the new polos. They look fantastic. We got to get Sarah Spivey out there kicking another 40-yard field goal. You catching passes like Randy Moss or CeeDee Lamb, because we're going to be talking about Cowboys and Texans as well.
Hey, Bear. It's not too often you go into your dessert table and see a bear crashing it and eating all of it.
Bears are really taking over the internet. Okay, and wedding in Colorado took ring bearer a little too seriously.
All right, that was much better than my joke yesterday.
It was.
Yeah, good job, our producer, MJ. Great job. All right, taking a live look out there. Look, it's hot, it's humid, fire risk out and about. If you are planning to do anything this Sunday, head to church, run errands, do it early. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments.
Caught on camera, a bear crashed a wedding in Colorado and helped itself to the dessert table.
It's not too often you go into your dessert table and see a bear crashing it and eating all of it.
I think it's an important lesson in marriage. Life doesn't always go to plan, but it's, how you get through it together.
I'm there with that bear, starting at the dessert table.
The power move.
Power move. Well, I mean, when you're a bear, you've got the power. All right, the couple says a bear crashing their wedding made perfect sense for a Colorado wedding in the mountains.
All right, so if a bear, beautiful cake, if the bear were to crash either of y'all's wedding, how would you react?
I would love it.
Yeah.
I would think it's, if
Good sign.
Yeah.
Good sign of.
Why are you sorry? You're drinking your coffee. It's not like it said "Go Eagles" on there. You're safe.
Hey, can you bring it up again? Because I want to show people. This is coordination. It matches the dress.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's also
well done.
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee, because it's so hot today. Yesterday we were at 104. Today we're going to be at 104. But the thing to keep in mind is it's not only San Antonio, it's the entire state of Texas that is dealing with the heat. And in fact, in many locations, they're going to be challenging records for the day. Take a look at El Paso, 110 for the forecast high. The record is 103. Even in Del Rio, forecast high of 109. Likely going to be breaking the record there of 107. Yesterday, Del Rio broke a record and was at 109 yesterday as well. So the grid is definitely strained, all right? But the thing is, forecast supply is expected to meet demand. You can see this blue line here, which is the forecast supply. The red bar is the demand. ERCOT is on a weather watch both today and tomorrow, basically just watching the grid to make sure that the demand, that the supply meets the demand. All indications indications are that yes, it will, but we'll be keeping you posted, of course. It is definitely the middle of the hottest part of the summer for us, unfortunately. And with that comes high fire danger, with the fact that we have been very dry. In these orange colors, that's where fire danger is high, up into the hill country, and even in areas north of 1604 in Bexar County. We've got red flag warnings in place, and there is a fire that has been pretty devastating throughout Hays County. Over 400 acres have been burned. It's only 20% contained. This is between San Marcos, Kyle, and Wimberley. The fire actually crossed the Blanco River, and there have been some evacuations. We've got the latest information on that on KSAT.com. Now, Hays County is north of the KSAT 12 viewing area, but those around the KSAT 12 viewing area, as far as smoke goes, winds will be from the south today, so any smoke that redevelops around that fire will be moving north through Hays County into Travis County and into Burnett County as well, away from San Antonio, away from New Braunfels, away from Canyon Lake. So that smoke will be heading north throughout the day today. Now, one thing to keep in mind is we hope that they get the fire under control by this evening, because winds today will not be too breezy, but in the evening hours, that's when we'll see the wind gusts tick up to about 25 miles per hour. Some things to remember with high fire danger: absolutely no campfires or burn piles. Avoid using tools that create sparks. Dispose of cigarettes properly. Do not drag trailer chains, and do not park vehicles on grass. Otherwise, we're seeing the first light of the day here. 79 degrees in San Antonio. Some clouds out there early this morning. It's already 84 to start the day in Del Rio, 77 in Pleasanton, 79 in New Braunfels, 74 in Kerrville. And looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, nothing but sunshine for us. 85 by 10, 91 around noon, and in the afternoon, 104 for the high temperature. 1 degree shy of a record set back on this day in 2013, but still hot everywhere you look. 105 Rio Medina, 105 in Hondo, 105 Seguin, 104 Canyon Lake, 103 in Kerrville and Comfort, 102 in Bernie, 105 in Floresville. All rain heading north of us and away from San Antonio as this heat high remains dominant. We are going to be challenging records just about every day. The record for the day, as I mentioned, 105. We're likely going to miss it by 1 degree, but look at the days ahead. We'll be close to records tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this upcoming week. Unfortunately, no change in the forecast for at least the next 7 days. You know, as soon as we get any indications that the weather pattern is going to change, we will let you know. But for now, we're stuck in a rut.
Ooh, it's tough. It's a tough one.
Very hot.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. 6:47, 78 degrees. All right. I'm ready for football. Are you ready for some football?
Yes.
All right.
Go team.
I thought you were going to sing it, but that's fine. All right. We can almost taste the football season. That means some grilling, some Cowboys. We're going to break down what we can expect from, of course, our local high school teams and the pros.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
All right, before we get to football, we got some football to talk about. The Women's World Cup team just knocked out a few moments ago by Sweden in penalty kicks. We're going to have much more on that throughout the morning and, of course, in the next hour of GMSA. But for now, a first-round pick in 2005, DeMarcus Ware set a franchise record, 117 sacks, 9 years with the Cowboys. The fearsome pass rusher then won a Super Bowl with Denver. And now he's in the Hall of Fame. Well, the Hall of Fame class of 2023. After a brilliant 12-year career, DeMarcus Ware took the mic in Canton, made a speech in the gold jacket, and shared the emotional reality of his upbringing.
I was blinded by my environment as a child. Domestic violence, drugs, gangs. But my surroundings taught me how to be relentless, limitless, and resilient. The reality is you are a product of your own thinking, your own mind, and you must learn how to persevere.
Some true words. So Ware went on to share some thoughts, some tough moments he lived through, like once having a gun held to his head when he was in college at Troy. A profound speech, to say the least, still uplifting. All right, from Cowboys to Houston, well, the Texans wrapping up day 9 at training camp, and you can't deny the progress that we're seeing out of the quarterback. There he is, first-round pick, C.J. Stroud. So, just like Friday, Stroud practiced with the first team amid the QB1 battle with Davis Mills, but the upcoming preseason games, that's the real test for C.J. When that time comes, head coach D'Amico Ryan says playing time will be individualized.
And my approach to preseason game is it's all individualized. It's based on each player, who should be out there, how many reps they should get, but it's all dictated by those players and where they are physically, what they've done in practices, and how many reps that we're targeting for those guys to get. That's kind of how I look at preseason.
All right, so when are they playing? Well, it's a great question. It's a showdown with the Patriots. Texans open up their preseason schedule this Thursday night. All right, from pros to college, UTSA football's inaugural season as part of the AAC, the American Athletic Conference, is right around the corner. Head coach Jeff Traylor says he doesn't plan on preparing any differently for the season as it relates to the conference changes, more focused on building a balanced roster to combat that long season. And of course, with a long season comes that possibility of injuries.
You can plan all you want to and get out there and in 6 snaps your whole offensive line be totally, decimated, and then you're just switching, you're grabbing walk-ons and new kids and defensive linemen and making them offensive linemen right in the middle of the season.
Here we go, checking in with the Highland Owls for big game coverage preview. Getting closer and closer to the start of high school football season. Really just feeling for the kids who have to practice in 100-degree weather, but no shortage of excitement for the group. So this is Dave Campbell's Texas football, finishing 6th in District 15 5A D11. Bless you. Highlands gets to open up the 2023 campaign. Here we go. In the Dome, taking on Crockett, August 24th at 7 p.m.
What a great venue to start your very first head coaching career. So we've got Austin Crockett. They've got great quarterback. They have, I think, we found out the other day, the state leader in sacks on defense. So we got our hands full. But I tell you what, man, we're excited. Kids are pumped up. I told them Alamo Dome's another venue. That's going to be our first opportunity. The next one will be when we're in the playoffs. So they're excited and ready to get after it.
We're just here to prove ourselves. That's it. And we're here to show them that we are the best in this district, and we're going to prove to them that we can beat Alamo Heights, Austin Crockett, Hollandale, and all of them.
To list them off, the Owls led by the natural-born playmaker Willie Gaskin. He finished last year with quite the productive stat line after playing many positions, including playing quarterback. And of course, we can't talk about high school football without the KSAT Pittston Classic. Now is the time to get the tickets for this year's 2023 Classic.
That's right. So one of high school football's biggest events is even bigger than last year because we've added an extra night of football. The 2-day event starts with 1 game on Friday, August 25th, then 3 games on Saturday, August 26th. Tickets are on sale now. If you're a KSAT insider, you can get the VIP experience with the best seats in the house. Just scan this QR code. Max, who is playing? What's the lineup?
All right, so Friday night, we have Antonian Holy Cross, 7
Big game.
p.m. Big game. I think all these games are
Holy
pretty
Cross
big.
has a very active community crowd, fan base. That should be fun.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of community crowd, so Saturday, we're going to be out there. Starting off hot, Southside versus Somerset, 11:30 a.m. I love that it's the early game because we're actually going to,
we're going to be there for it.
And I'm going to be awake for it, which is fantastic. Then at 3:30, Jefferson, Uvalde. And then 7:30, the night game, O'Connor, Brandeis.
Great lineup.
I mean, this is incredible. And remember last year, all the games really last-second nail-biters.
Yeah.
So it'll be exciting. Scan the QR code right now to take it to KSAT.com. Hopefully, we get to see you out there. Just a few weeks away.
All right, we'll be right back.
We talk about it a lot. Communities around San Antonio, they're on the rise. Bernie being one of them. The Bernie-Kendall County Economic Development Corps says that the population of Bernie, it's expected to grow more than 24% over the next few years. So coming up at 8 a.m., we sit down with the mayor of Bernie, new leader at the helm, talk about growing Bernie with a balance, how it looks, how it's been, and what comes next.
Alrighty, take a look at the forecast for the day today. 85 at 10, 91 at noon, 104 for the high temperature. But guys, 104 is actually going to be the coolest day over the next several days. I know it pains me to say it. We're going to be anywhere from 105 to 106 in the coming days. No chance for rain. This is honestly the peak of our heat. So we'll see if we can come out the other side of this cooler with rain chances. But for now, we just got to hold on.
It's the end of the race.
Yes. Yes, fall will be here soon.
We only have 15 seconds, but I really want to talk about the risk for fire.
Thank you, Max. Yes, high fire danger. I'm going to be talking about it throughout Good Morning America and more at 8 as well.
See you guys at 8.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
All right, we are keeping track of the fire in Hays County. It started yesterday evening. Right now, we know it's covering about 400 acres. Firefighters working through the night, trying to do what they can to put it out and contain it. At last check, just 20% contained. Good morning. It is 8 o'clock. It is this Sunday, August 6th. Thank you so much for starting your weekend with it. And I got to tell you, it's the fires we've been monitoring for the last 48 hours.
Because of these hot conditions. And we're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a bit. But first, we want to give you an update on that Oak Grove fire. Fire crews working through the night. And what we know this morning is that crews have made good progress trying to put that fire out.
That's right. So we know about a dozen homes in San Marcos. They've been evacuated. Families had to leave. Even National Guard helicopters. They were used overnight and throughout the day trying to drop water off. So take a look at the map. So this is from the Texas A&M Forestry Service. The fire spread 400 acres, and like we've been saying, at last check, 20% contained.
So right now there's no word on injuries. This is video of water being taken from Canyon Lake and dropped on the fire. Some people who live in the area are asking others to be careful when they're working in this heat, knowing many wildfires are caused by sparks.
I wish people would understand that this is dry tinder. It'll go up with nothing at all to do it. You just have to use common sense out here.
So like we've been saying, several helicopters, even planes, they've been deployed to the area trying to help contain the wildfire. Now, you want to keep an eye out on the status of the fire. We have an article right now on KSAT.com. And Sarah Spivey, you've also been monitoring the situation.
Yeah, I've got some information on the fire for you. Here you go. Here's San Antonio, Canyon Lake, New Braunfels. That's where the fire is out in Hays County. Oak Grove fire, 400 acres burned, 20% contained. It's northwest of San Marcos, west of Kyle, and east of Wimberley. Again, it has crossed part of the Blanco River. Now, smoke from this fire, if it redevelops into a plume of smoke, will be moving north and away from the city of San Antonio, away from New Braunfels, and away from Canyon Lake. That's because we're expecting a south wind today. Smoke plume could make it through part of Travis County and into Burnett County. But it is a good reminder that there is a red flag warning in effect for San Antonio, parts of the Hill Country, high fire danger throughout the day today, not only for these counties in pink, but across South Central Texas. So coming up in the forecast, we're going to be talking about the high fire danger all across South Central Texas and this scorcher of a forecast. 10 a.m. will be at 85. 99 at 2 p.m., 104 for the high. Southeast winds at 5 to 15. But believe it or not, 104 actually going to be the cooler quote unquote day of the next several days. Details on that scorching forecast ahead. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. And as we continue to see many wildfires across the state, firefighters are working hard to stay on top of them.
And here at home, fire departments from Selma, Wilson County, Leon Springs, even Helotes teaming up to fight those wildfires together. Camelia Juarez explaining this county-wide partnership going on.
Any grass fire that gets dispatched is automatically getting one of the strike teams dispatched as well.
Fire Chief Robert Hogan and other chiefs across unincorporated Bexar County made that decision during a group phone call this morning. Fire departments from Selma to Wilson County, Leon Springs to Helotes formed an east and west strike team of state-certified firefighters who are experts in putting out wildland fires.
They know what they're doing when they get there. They know how to work together as that team versus a lot of, or none, is that we're just going around and putting wet stuff on the red stuff.
Both strike teams were sent to the Bulverde fire where one home was burnt down. Hogan says to protect your home from a fire, trim down any long grass within a 20-foot radius around your house.
That barrier will help slow it down. That the fire's already grown in size.
Hogan did a demonstration just for us.
And the wind is going to take and carry it over to this taller grass.
To show how cut grass burns slower.
So we're about 2 to 3 minutes into from when it started. All right, low fuel, very slow moving.
As for long grass,
all it takes is a couple of minutes for that fire to multiply 25 times.
Rogan says it takes a single spark for a fire to get out of control. So don't toss cigarette butts out the window. Don't let chains drag behind your car. And if you're welding, keep a bucket of water nearby.
We're in extremely dry conditions right now, and it's going to continue to get worse with no rain in the forecast and the high temperatures.
All right. Now, you may remember the tragic story of those 5 people who died in a house fire back on July 22nd.
2 women and 3 children were killed, and 1 person was hospitalized. Their tragic deaths causing a wave of grief through the community. Teachers of one of the children who died that day are looking to give back to the family.
At Longs Creek Elementary, teachers holding a plate sale fundraiser yesterday, trying to help cover the costs for the Valdez Morales family. It was hosted at the Eelville Olive. They sold sandwiches. They held a raffle contest, hoping visitors were able to step up, help out, donate some money, help the surviving family members in this heartbreaking moment.
It's whatever we can give back to them, because it's not easy to say goodbye to one person. These people are saying goodbye to 5 people.
Teacher Kelly Luna goes on to say they will continue to do anything they can to help ease this family's pain.
We talk about it a lot. Boerne, a city on the rise. The Boerne-Kendall County Economic Development Corps, they state that the population of Boerne expected to continue the growth at a rapid rate over the next 2 years, and the projected growth rate more than 24%.
This is there's a new leader at the helm, Boerne Mayor Frank Ritchie, joining us this weekend for Leading SA. Good morning, Mayor. Thank you so much for taking your time to join us.
Good morning. It's happy to be here. Thank you all for having us on this morning.
So, Mayor, you were sworn in back in May. You say yourself, not a politician. So how have the last few months been making this transition?
I'm not going to lie, Max. It's been a challenge, that's for sure. You know, not being a politician and my first time in city government is a strong learning curve and a high learning curve. But I'm putting in the effort, lots of reading. Thankfully, the city staff here at the city of Boerne are amazing. And so just learning the ins and outs, the do's and the don'ts has just been eye-opening for one, and also learning as much as I possibly can. So it's been exciting. And after a few months here, I'm finally getting my footing, and I think we're moving in the right direction as a city, and so I'm excited to be here.
Mayor, we read your latest blog post where you stated, quote, "Growth is inevitable but manageable, and we are trying to achieve that perfect balance, which is no easy feat." So what does that balance look like in your eyes, and how do you think Boerne can find that balance?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, it's going to be hard. I mean, every 2 years we lose some of our ability to govern at the local level because of what's going on with legislation coming out of Austin. And I can appreciate that need for some uniformity through the great state of Texas. But I mean, let's be honest, there's 254 counties in our great state, and each one of them is different and has its own identity and want different things from the local government and their communities. And so it's tough. I'm not going to lie. And so, but we are doing our best here. I see that firsthand, and where we're moving forward with this as a community, with the city staff, our other local officials in our community. We're focusing on what is best for Boerne within the confines of the state law. And so for me, what that means is how do we grow responsibly, right? Making sure that we have the proper infrastructure, making sure that our water conservation efforts are top notch, making sure that we build responsible and not overbuild. And so until we can handle our infrastructure and get that stuff moving forward, you know, we're probably going to take a pause and slow down for a little bit. If I'm being honest with you, that's one of our priorities is making sure that we can handle any more growth at this time.
That's a really good way to look at it. Growing responsibly. So just a couple weeks ago, we were just talking about it, ventured out to Cibolo Creek Brewing Company, packed with so many families. In fact, most of Main Street, so lively. And this was even during the heat. But we talk about the growth of the city of Boerne, more and more families living out there. But there's still a lot of people who are watching this who haven't been there. You know, what is your pitch to them? And why do you think so many families are moving there?
Well, I mean, it's Boerne. I mean, I can't say anything more besides that. I mean, I've been here for 25 years and love Boerne. It's a wonderful community. It's a great place in the hill country. It's beautiful. It's slower paced than some of the larger cities, say San Antonio, for example. It's just Boerne for me has always been a community and a way of life. And so there's nothing really new to announce when it comes to the growth and what's going on in Boerne. But our focus here at the city is to help small businesses be successful and foster the environment where other small industries will want to come to Boerne and thrive. And so, people come to Bernie because they want something different, a little getaway, a little peace and quiet. And so moving forward, that's where we want to focus. We want to keep that small town feel. We don't need a lot of big box stores. I mean, we're a 20-minute drive from San Antonio. If you need Costco, we drive to Costco once a month. And so we want to keep a small town feel and the mom and pop shop, and we want to support those entrepreneurial opportunities for small businesses in our community. And so that's really what we see here in the future. Bernie is more small startup businesses, small family-oriented business type of thing. The mom and pop stores is really where we want to focus.
All right, Mayor Ritchie, that is all the time we have for today, but thank you so much for starting your morning with us. And for anyone who wants to watch this interview in its entirety, it's going to be on KSAT.com throughout the morning.
All right, come to Bernie. We'd love to see you.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, time now, just about 8:11, 79 degrees.
Well, still ahead, remembering the life of a New Braunfels pilot, one of the two people who died in a Wisconsin plane crash last weekend. We'll hear from family and friends on how they're remembering her.
Us dogs have to stay safe in this heat, just as people do. Some tips to make sure your dogs don't suffer from heat exhaustion. What do? You have 2 dogs.
They don't understand. They want to be outside because they're used to, the walks and all that stuff. And after 11, they stay inside most of the day. And taking a look outside, 79 degrees at 8:11. This is a good time to walk your dogs. I know sometimes you want to have that slow start on the Sunday morning, but maybe just a quick walk around the block with the dogs so they can be outside now before it gets too hot later. We'll be right back. Well, as the hot temperatures continue through the summer, we've talked about heat safety and for adults and children, but dogs can also suffer from heat exhaustion. So if you didn't know, here are the symptoms for dogs suffering from heat exhaustion. They'll have excessive panting, not being able to focus, the body feels warm to touch, and they seem really anxious. So if your pup is showing any of these signs, get them inside immediately.
Get a bunch of towels and soak them in really cold water and put them in the hairless areas.
So in order to keep your dog safe from the sun, it's recommended you take them outside early in the morning and late in the evening when it's the coolest outside.
If you place your hand on the pavement and if you can't hold it there for at least 10 seconds without pulling away, then it would be safe to say that it's too hot for your pup to walk on.
So if you think your dog is suffering from heat exhaustion, get them to a vet as soon as possible. What I do after the walks, even in the morning, because it might be cooler, but the sun, can really take a toll on them. As soon as I get home, I do put ice cubes on their bellies, or they like to chew the ice cubes too.
You also do walks in Lowe's too, right?
That's my secret.
Oh, okay.
In Lowe's, they're dog friendly.
That's awesome.
On a leash, your dog has to behave. And I'm like, hey, let's go see what I need from Lowe's.
Air conditioning.
I'm buying all kinds of things from Lowe's, and the dog's gonna walk too.
Her dog Scooby and Sister, they have it made. I'm sure they're watching too this morning.
Good morning, Scooby and Sister.
Hey guys, on another serious note, take care of the pets, but also know that fire danger is high today, especially up in the hill country and out west toward Del Rio. That's where we've got very high fire danger out toward Del Rio and Rock Springs. But as you can see, as we zoom into San Antonio, areas in the hill country north of 1604 under that high fire risk. Also out east toward Gonzales, Hallettsville in a high fire risk. There's a little bit more brush up in parts of the hill country, of course, than around San Antonio in that I-35 corridor. So that is why there is a high fire danger in these areas. Keep in mind that that extends as far south as 1604. Everyone should exercise fire caution today. And here's a cautionary tale about that. The Oak Grove fire, which continues to burn in Hays County. At latest check, 400 acres burned, 20% contained. Here's the Blanco River. It actually went ahead and hopped over the Blanco River a little bit there between Wimberley and Kyle. So keep that in mind. Use extra caution today. And if you're curious about a smoke plume, if another smoke plume develops in those areas, it'll be moving to the north. But a red flag warning in effect for all of these counties in pink here, especially in the more rural parts of these counties for the high fire danger through Sunday. Here's a look at where that smoke may head if we can see another plume develop today. Notice it'll be away from the city of San Antonio, away from New Braunfels, away from Canyon Lake, even away from San Marcos itself, up toward Burnett County and Travis County. So just some tips again. You guys know it. This is when I'm meteorologist mom. Okay, no campfires or burn piles. Avoid using tools that create sparks. Dispose of cigarettes properly. That's a big one. Do not drag trailer chains or else those could cause sparks. And do not park vehicles on grass. Otherwise, it's really going to be hot today. 108 degrees in Del Rio, 104 in Canyon Lake, 103 in Kerrville, 105 in Pleasanton, 109 in Laredo. Neighborhood view around San Antonio, 105 Converse, Seguin, and New Braunfels, 102 in Bernie and Bulverde, 105 in Hondo, 105 in Los Maples, 103 in Kerrville. Quite a bit hotter than our average of 97. As we take a look outside right now, there are some morning clouds to start our day. But quickly, these clouds are going to dissipate and we're going to be left with nothing but sunshine. It's impressive when you can start off with some cloud cover and still get up to 104 for the high. 79 degrees, nice and shaded out there this morning, but soon we'll be looking at mostly sunny to completely sunny skies. It's 80 in Castroville. Good morning in Bandera. It's 76, 78 in Converse. And looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, already near 90 by 11 a.m. the next couple of hours. And then by 2 p.m., we're going to be close to 100 and we'll be in the triple digits by 3. 104 for the high temperature today. Even at 8 p.m. it's still going to be 99. All of the rain is to the north of Texas right now, working its way through Oklahoma and Arkansas. This is on the north side of that heat high, which is just creating oppressive heat for us in San Antonio and across the state of Texas. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to talk about ERCOT, the state of the grid, as Texas expects to experience yet again another major heat wave across the state. All right, that 104, you thought that was depressing for the day today? That's going to be your coolest temperature over the next several days. We're going to be looking at highs anywhere from 105 to 107 in spots around San Antonio. Unfortunately, guys, I'm just searching for a weather pattern change. There's nothing definitive in the next 7 days. So pretty much copy and paste today's forecast, apply it to the rest of the week. Hopefully we can see things shake out for us to shake up with the weather pattern a little bit, but we're going to have to wait at least 7 days for that to happen.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah.
I know.
We're almost, I just keep saying, end of the race, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of almost here.
On average,
It's
3
like,
weeks
what, 6
away.
weeks? Yeah, it's at 7 weeks until fall starts officially.
Okay.
Good.
It's like a little over a month.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Okay. I like your optimism. Time now, 8:20, 80 degrees.
Coming up next, we visit a San Antonio summer camp that's one of a kind. Are they playing dodgeball? Love that. How they're giving true summer camp experiences to kids who normally don't have a chance. It's a first of its kind camp for kids right here in San Antonio.
It's called Camp Hope, and it welcomes children who suffer from pancreatitis. This way they can experience all the joys of summer camp in a safe space without any limitations.
Photojournalist Robert Samaron visited Camp Hope this week and brings us the story.
Camp Hope for me is home. It's an escape from reality and the normal world.
But one of the things that was really important to us was quality of life for our children. And by quality of life, I mean not just medical quality of life, but emotional and social quality of life where they could feel like they got a chance to be a kid.
It feels great because you know that they have pancreatitis too, so then they understand what's wrong with you too.
I'm here because I had chronic hereditary pancreatitis.
And we realized there were kids all around us that were desperate to find help.
One of the problems with pancreatitis is that despite it being a fairly common syndrome, it's not very well understood.
This helps me digest sugar. My pancreas used to, but since I don't have one, this has to help me.
And we found that out of the 65 kids that we have here, there was a delay in diagnosis from anywhere from 1 to 8 years. So these kids suffer from neglect, from lack of education.
We call it beauty from ashes because it was really difficult for us to see any good whatsoever come from this.
Now we are celebrating their abilities.
It's just nice knowing that more people are like you.
Great story.
Love that story. Shout out to Robert Samaron, our photojournalist. Good job with that story.
Yeah, time now, 8:26, 80 degrees.
Still ahead, the latest with former President Donald Trump as he heads back on the campaign trail following his arraignment on election fraud charges.
Good morning and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Costa. It is Sunday, August 6th.
That is August 6th. Nice. We got it.
Got it.
I did say yesterday, I was like, have a great Sunday. And you immediately like, it's Saturday.
Yeah. He's like, bye, everyone. Have a great Sunday. I was like, it's not Sunday, Max.
I mean, here's the thing. You look at the weather graphics, and it's almost like each day
Deja vu.
just looks the same.
Yeah.
Well, today will also be the 41st 100-degree day we've had so far this year. Yes, so the heat is no joke, forecasting 104 for the high today. But on a serious note, I do want us to take fire danger very seriously today. Fire danger is very high out west toward Del Rio, Rock Springs, up near Fredericksburg and Austin. But in the hill country, it's high. You know, you can see anywhere in this orange color, so north of 1604, that's where we've got some high fire danger, a lot of brush out there. In fact, there's a fire out in Hayes County right now that firefighters are trying to get under control. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a bit. But just keep in mind, it's another red flag warning day. Red flag warning means that conditions are right or wrong. If a fire starts, it could easily spread. And in many areas, especially in rural areas in the counties that are highlighted, fire danger will remain high throughout the day today. And then again, just downright hot. 104 in San Antonio, 105 in Hondo, 106 in Bandera today, 105 Floresville and Pleasanton, 105 Nixon, Smiley, and in Gonzales, 105 in Uvalde, and 103 in Kerrville. So coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk more about that fire in Hayes County, where the smoke will head today, and we'll have a look, of course, at a toasty week. Believe it or not, 104 is going to be the coolest part over the 7-day forecast. Details ahead. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. 37-year-old Raul Rodriguez is in jail this morning after San Antonio police say he robbed a Home Depot and threw a shopping cart at an employee. This happened on Friday at a Home Depot on the northwest side of town. Police tell us an employee confronted Rodriguez as he was walking out with the items that he didn't pay for. That led to Rodriguez throwing a cart at an employee and causing injury. Rodriguez was booked with a bond of $15,000.
And the Bexar County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help trying to figure out who is responsible for a robbery on the city's south side. Take a look. BCSO tells us this robbery happened Friday at the Sugar Lead Smoke Shop. This is near Highway 281 South. Two armed men walked into the store, held a clerk at gunpoint. They took off in a 2014 Toyota Camry. If you have any information that can help in the investigation, you're asked to call the number on the bottom of your screen, 210-335-6000.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Department, they're trying to piece together what happened after a man was found dead yesterday in a mobile home park on the northeast side. The victim is believed to be between 15 and 20 years old, and serious head trauma is what caused his death. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office is asking anyone that knows anything about this crime to call them immediately.
Well, hundreds of people coming together honoring a New Braunfels pilot over the weekend.
Devin Riley was remembered during a celebration of life at a commemorative Air Force Central Wing. So Riley was one of the two people who died in a Wisconsin plane crash last weekend. Family and friends say her memory will never be forgotten.
She was an amazing, spirit, and her focus and her, she would, she was always wanting to help other young pilots, other young folks.
Riley is said to be one of the first female pilots in Central Texas wing of the commemorative Air Force. The National Transportation Safety Board and the Federal Aviation Administration, they're still investigating exactly what happened in this crash. Donald Trump back on the campaign trail this weekend following his arraignment on new charges.
So the former president headlining a gala in South Carolina last night and making a stop in Alabama.
ABC's Allison Cossack with what the former president is saying about the indictments and the new poll on what Americans think of them.
Former President Trump campaigning this weekend after pleading not guilty to charges he illegally attempted to overturn the 2020 election. While headlining a fundraising gala in South Carolina, Trump criticized special counsel Jack Smith.
Deranged Jack Smith. He's a deranged human being. You take a look at that face, you say, that guy is a sick man. There's something wrong with him.
Smith requesting a protective order in the case ahead of discovery, citing a Truth Social post in which the former president states, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you." Prosecutors say they're concerned Trump could disclose evidence, writing, If the defendant were to begin issuing public posts using details or, for example, grand jury transcripts, it could have a harmful chilling effect on witnesses or adversely affect the fair administration of justice in this case. The Trump campaign responding in a statement late Friday, calling the social media post the definition of political speech. The judge had issued a 5 p.m. Monday deadline for a response, to which Trump's legal team replied with a request for a 3-day delay. That request denied. A new ABC News Ipsos poll finds 65% of Americans think the new charges are serious, though 46% think the charges are politically motivated.
Their job is to prove that, not President Trump. He's innocent until he's proven guilty. They're going to have to prove that, and it's going to be hard to do.
There's going to be probably many more indictments. What they're trying to do is arrest this man and to try to prevent him from running for president.
The former president visits New Hampshire this Tuesday. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
All right, headed to Washington, D.C. 3 people dead, many more injured after a mass shooting there. So far, investigators say 2 men and a woman died. Other victims hospitalized. D.C. police say officers were around the area when shots rang out. Parts of the neighborhood even closed off. Obviously, this is an ongoing investigation. We're going to have much more throughout the day on air and online.
The decision on the floating border buoys on the Rio Grande is now in the hands of a federal court. That hearing will officially take place on August 22nd. The DOJ is asking for a preliminary injunction and wants those barriers removed, and say Texas installed those buoys without permission. Governor Greg Abbott says the buoys are just part of the state's efforts to curb migration from the southern border.
And in the fall, every consumer cell phone will be part of a nationwide emergency alert test. FEMA and the FCC scheduling the drill for October 4th. The reason for the test, make sure all systems are prepared just in case there is an emergency across the country that needs to be sent out to the public. It'll be the second time that all cellular devices are tested. Radios and TVs also tested the same day. That test will last approximately 1 minute. Well, a big thank you to everyone who helped out. We asked some of you to step up, help out our local teachers, get ready for the new year. And now we can tell you the results of our KSAT Community Right Start project.
It's almost $40,000 worth of school supplies have been collected for our local teachers. Hundreds of volunteers met yesterday at Masters Elementary School in Converse. They started working on supply kits that would be given to teachers from Somerset and Judson ISD to help get them ready for the new school year. Thanks to United Way of San Antonio, Bexar County, and KSAT Community, we were able to gather school supplies for teachers that needed them most.
We're super grateful that we had over 100 volunteers this morning. They value the work that we're doing to help students be successful, to help teachers be successful, and they want to be able to lend a hand.
United Way of San Antonio says over 31 different schools in Somerset and Judson are being helped with these supplies. Now in its 6th year, they hope the Right Start project continues on for many more.
Well, happening today, the Healing Dragon Holistic Festival here in San Antonio, celebrating their 1st anniversary. The festival centers around spiritual health and well-being. The event is free for all, located at the Marriott on 77 Northeast Loop 410 near the airport from 11 to 5 p.m. There will be vendors offering everything from sound healing to life wave therapy. Founder of the event tells us she saw a need for the community to come together, working as a vendor for many years, and decided to create this event.
And I just felt that there was more of a need for more people to come together, to, I don't know, it's a good feeling of healing, of being together and knowing it's okay to be there and that you're going to get some help.
If you can't make it today, the event will be held once a month at the same location. And you were saying there's also the Reptilian
Expo at the Freeman Coliseum. It happened yesterday. It's also happening today until 5 p.m.
There you go. Make it out there. Is it inside?
It's inside.
Need that.
Right.
All right, time now, 8:39, 81 degrees.
Coming up next, Tim Gerber reveals the, quote, gross and unsanitary conditions inspectors found behind the kitchen doors of 2 businesses that forced them to shut down.
Not good. All right, also not good, this weather. If you have things to do, if you're headed to church, you want to run the errands, mow the lawn, do it early. 81 degrees now. The temperature is only going to go up not only today, but throughout the week. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments.
Donald Trump indicted, arraigned again. What will the real fallout be for his campaign? And what happens now? This morning, the lawyer at the center of it all, by his side in that courtroom, faces George and the tough questions. This morning on ABC's This Week.
Welcome back. The health department recently closed 3 restaurants after inspectors found serious health code violations.
From a roach infestation at a local coffee shop to a Chinese restaurant with a failing score that the inspector called, quote, gross and unsanitary.
Here's what KSAT's Tim Gerber found when he went behind the kitchen door.
Beijing Express, located in the 2900 block of Nogalitos, got a failing score of 60 and was shut down by the health inspector due to gross and insanitary conditions. Tongs that were being used in the kitchen were found hanging from a trash can. When the inspector asked for them to be washed, a worker placed the tongs on the food prep table for continued use. Other utensils were found stuffed in crevices with heavy grease buildup. Employees were not properly washing their hands and touching food with their bare hands. Something was leaking from the vent in a cooler, dripping into tubs stored on top of food. The entire place needed a thorough deep cleaning. This week, we found the business was still closed. A sign on the door stated it was undergoing a remodel. A worker on site said the owner plans to reopen when repairs are complete. Jim's Coffee Shop, located in the 4100 block of Broadway, earned a 77 and got shut down on June 16th due to a roach infestation. Several live crawling insects were observed during the inspection and plenty of dead roaches, too. They had to toss out vegetables that were too warm. A worker was seen handling their phone, then touching ready-to-eat food without changing gloves or washing hands, while another worker touched food with bare hands. The business's license suspended until they did a thorough cleaning and hired pest control services.
Hi, you the manager? I know who you are. Hi, Tim Gerber. Hey, Tim. Can I talk?
Manager Donovan Setterland immediately knew why I was there. He says they were shut down for about 24 hours to do the deep cleaning and get pest control started.
It's an ongoing deal. I mean, we've worked with our cleaning processes here. We've worked with the people at the pest control, and we're good. They came back like the day after that because we did a deep clean and got everything back up and going again.
Roy's Pronto Taco Hut in the 200 block of Old Highway 90 was packed with cars this week following a temporary shutdown last month. The business was forced to close until it could repair their hot water. In addition to that critical violation, the inspector also found food in the cooler that was temping too warm. They also couldn't properly clean dishes without that hot water. Their license was restored when the hot water was fixed. The inspector gave them a score of 84. For Behind the Kitchen Door, Tim Gerber, KSAT 12 News.
All right, also gross this weather.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's hot, and then also on a serious note, there's fire danger today, too. Hot not only for Texas, but for San Antonio, but the state of Texas. In fact, take a look at the forecast highs versus the record highs across the state. We're going to be close to a record here in San Antonio. Our forecast high is 104. The record for the day is 105. But you look out toward Del Rio, forecast high of 109. Will likely beat a record of 107. El Paso, 110 is the forecast high, 103 is the record. So we're likely going to be seeing that record smashed out in West Texas. So you may be curious, how's the grid doing? Well, ERCOT has issued a weather watch for today and tomorrow, basically saying, hey, we need to watch the grid. We expect supply to meet demand, but still we'll watch it. Here's a look at the demand, the red bars, the forecast demand. The blue line is the forecast supply. You can see that supply is expected to meet demand, but it will be kind of close. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. Nothing to worry about, though, at the moment as far as brownouts or things like that. The far more immediate concern for you should be the fire danger today. High fire danger across the hill country and north of 1604 up toward Canyon Lake and San Marcos as well. That's where we've got higher brush. More susceptible to fires, and in fact there is a fire out in Hays County, which I'm sure you've heard about, especially if you live out toward Canyon Lake. You probably saw the plume of smoke yesterday from this Oak Grove fire. 400 acres burned, 20% contained. They actually picked up water from Canyon Lake to help to contain that fire even more. It's close to the Blanco River. In fact, hopped over the Blanco River east of Wimberley and west of Kyle. We'll continue to keep you posted. Winds will be from the south today, so if a smoke plume redevelops, it'll be moving to the north through Hays County into Travis County, away from New Braunfels, away from Canyon Lake, and away from the city of San Antonio, as winds will be from the southeast at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. During the day today, not much of a problem with the wind, but hopefully they can get that fire contained by tonight, because that's when wind gusts are expected to get up to 25-30 miles per hour. Here's a look out toward the Alamo City right now. A bit hazy with the higher humidity out there right now, and there are some clouds. 81 degrees outside right now. South-southeast winds at 15 miles per hour. The clouds will clear. It'll be sunny. It'll be hot. Take advantage of the quote-unquote cooler part of the day, even though it's very humid outside. 77 in Kerrville. Good morning in Del Rio and in Eagle Pass, where it's 84 degrees. 81 in Pleasanton. 82 in Gonzales. And as we look at the KSAT 12-hour forecast, 91 by noon, sunny at noon, 101 already by 3, and we're looking at a forecast high of 104 today in San Antonio, 1 degree shy of the record set back in 2013. Neighborhood highs: 105 in Los Maples, 106 in Bandera, 105 in Pleasanton, 105 in Floresville. Converse area, you'll be at 105. New Braunfels and Seguin, you guessed it, 105, and 102 in Bulverde. Man, I wish we lived a little bit more north. Look at this rain they're getting in Oklahoma today and in northeast Texas. Unfortunately, that's going to continue to head east, not going to be moving south towards San Antonio. We're still seeing the effects of that heat high, and 104 today will be the coolest we will be in the next 7 days. In fact, we're going to be challenging records just about every single day. We'll be close to the record tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday, in fact on Thursday as well. Again, impressive to see this long of a streak of temperatures above 104 in the forecast. It's going to be a hot one, no significant end in sight, hopefully next week, but at this point it's a hope and a prayer that we see a weather pattern change, because we are locked into this hot weather for the second week of August.
Okay. We'll get through it.
We will. I believe in us.
We're Texans.
The optimism.
We can do this.
Yeah, just be safe, be smart.
Absolutely.
Do things early or late in the day. How's the garden looking?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It is hanging in there.
Yeah.
I'm doing like sometimes
hand watering
twice a day.
Big hat, UPF gear.
Yeah, I can't. It's always before noon. If it's afternoon, it's way too hot.
My bougainvillea is doing good.
Good.
Which I feel like is a victory.
It's a little
with the
victories.
heat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I live in an apartment. I got nothing. Time now, 8:51, 81 degrees.
A little porch, a little plants.
Yeah.
All right, coming up tomorrow on GMSA, it's the first day of school for many students, and with that comes some anxiety. We'll tell you what one nonprofit is doing to help some of those kids cope with first day nerves.
All right, I just told you about it, but here's how the day breaks down. 85 at 10, 91 at noon, 104 for the high temperature today. Reminder that fire danger is high, so please make sure to do your part to avoid creating and spreading fires. One simple way to do that is to make sure you dispose of cigarettes properly and do not park vehicles on the grass, as that can easily spark a fire. 105 Monday. 105 Tuesday, 105 Wednesday, 106 Thursday.
Wait, there's two 106s on there now.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Breaking news. It's going to be very hot this week, my friends. We're going to be challenging records every single day. No major chance for rain in the forecast, unfortunately, for us. So, what are you guys doing to stay cool?
I'm going inside today to the Reptilian Expo.
Going to the reptilian because you're building a pond in the backyard?
Building a turtle pond. It's a whole. We're going down the rabbit hole.
Did you know that Sarah had an 18-year-old turtle?
No, 13.
13-year-old turtle.
Yes.
But they grow to be 80 years old.
I know, sir. You're going to have this turtle for the rest of your life.
Therefore, I have to stay alive for a long time.
Yeah, only for the turtle. That's the only reason. All right. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday with us. Have a great rest of the weekend.
Y'all have a good Sunday.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.